Hi, I'm Charlie, here with more simple tips to help you live the lifestyle you love. Hey, today I'm talking about playing hard to get in the dating realm. And I know some of you out there are a little too good at this one, and yet I have to tell you, I'm a champion for you having fabulous relationships. It is absolutely what I want for you. It's what I've helped a lot of people do. It's that kind of relationship where even though you can drive each other crazy sometimes, you still find yourself pinching going, oh my God, but he is the absolute best partner for me. You can totally have that, and it is a choice, and that's why I have to tell you the truth. This playing hard to get thing is not the way to get the relationship that you really want. And if you're wondering why, well, I'll give you a few points to think about. First of all, whether you are playing hard to get intentionally or you're doing it unintentionally, it's typically coming from either fear, control, or a combination of the two. And you know what they say about fear. What you fear most is exactly what you bring about. Well, on the control scene, you don't help things either. Because typically when you want to control the relationship, control the person in the relationship, or any dynamics that are happening there, that is about your insecurities. You cannot get rid of your insecurities by going after more control. You actually just reinforce your feeling of insecurity, and you also give yourself a complete illusion because you cannot use that as a determinant of what is going to happen in the future, which means you've actually set yourself up for failure. And when the bottom falls out of that, that is going to be a much bigger issue than you probably ever imagined. And that brings me to another point. It is not somebody's responsibility to figure out how to love you despite the mental obstacles and emotional minefields that you put out in front of them. I mean, think about it. It's actually a very disrespectful way to connect with a potential future partner, isn't it? I mean, think about that. A person's responsibility is to figure out whether they want to love you. And then if they want that relationship to be really fantastic for themselves as well, then they will pay attention when they begin to love you and continue loving you to see, do they enjoy loving you? Because just like liking someone is more profound than loving someone, well, it's also more profound to enjoy loving someone than to just love someone. Both exist. It's your choice once again. And that brings me to the last point I want to make on this. When you're looking for this awesome, fabulous relationship and you want a really great partner, well, you know what? The ones who are really there, ready to create that for you, they're looking for the same thing from you. You have to remember this. So that means that that person coming, if you're reading all these articles and they're telling you, oh, the guy for you, the one that's really, really the diamond in the rough, he's going to go through all this stuff for you and drama, it doesn't matter because he loves you and he's going to prove it. No. The guy who's really centered is going to say, I'm not going to go through all that. Maybe a little bit of the vulnerable stuff that we all go through, of course, that's normal. But when you keep on putting up roadblocks, the guy who's really got it together is going to say, she's just not ready for a relationship, and he's going to choose somebody else. So if what you're really looking for when you're playing this hard to get game is just a way to be able to take your time, figure out who's there, and make sure that the person that you're thinking of having a relationship is really worthy of having that relationship with you, then follow these 3 simple tips. Number 1, figure out who you are, what you bring to the table, and what you want to experience in a relationship. Pick up a copy of my book, Thank Goodness You Dumped His Ass. Use those Mr. Wrongs to lead you straight to Mr. Right. This book is so fantastic at helping you do all 3 of those things. It is all about positioning you to attract a fabulous relationship, and it even has things to help you with fear and help you with recycling some of that stuff so you can bounce your baggage to the curb. The second thing that you need to do is you need to be what you seek. If you're looking for this amazing partner and you want him to show up, well, think about how you're showing up. Are you showing up? You need to make sure you show up. And that brings me to number 3. Be curious. The beauty of being curious is that you don't have to go in trusting and you don't go in distrusting. You just go in neutral, curious, and then you will automatically be so present and so engaged. And when you're looking at it from the perspective of how does this person relate to what I want to experience in the relationship I want to have, you will automatically get the answers to those questions. They will reveal themselves without you having to scrutinize it, think about it, analyze it. In fact, when you're doing all that, you just miss information anyway. Now, if you need any help with this, you can always work with me personally via Skype, on the phone, or in person, depending on where you live, and we will totally revamp your relationship life in the absolute best way. If there's something that you want to see in a future video, make sure that you email me so that I can include it, and definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can see my videos as they come out every single week. In the meantime, join me here next Wednesday for more simple tips on how you can get more out of life and love.